Okay, welcome to G.E.L. Podcast. If you're joining us live, congratulations, you're an idiot.
Whoa. That was mean.
What does that make us?
I think our views just went down.
our one view, it was my mom, and she's like,
These guys are terrible.
I hate these guys. I hate them so much, especially the one with the beard.
I like the handsome black one, though.
My dad had the crush on you.
He did.
What?
Wow, we're like 2 minutes into, not even, we're like 30 seconds into this podcast and already off script completely.
I'm already disturbed by your dad again.
Yeah, well, that happens. Welcome to G.E.L. Podcast. We're back, we're new, we're fresh. You'll realize, maybe not, maybe, I don't know if anyone even noticed that we disappeared. But anyway, if you did notice, you'll notice that there's no comics anymore because we're not focusing on comics, we're focusing more on, I guess, entertainment, like video games mostly, but also we're going to dabble in movies, a little bit TV shows, something like that, a little bit of everything. But anyway, my name's Ray Emling. I'm your host for this evening. The gentleman, the fine black gentleman over here, his name is Chaz Lewis. The guy with no picture because he's a loser is Matt Guilford. We are G.E.L.
Matt doesn't have a face. He's just a floating, omnipotent orb. So you'll never see him.
No, he's podcaster X. He has no body. He's just kind of himself in presence. I don't even know what I'm trying to describe. I'm already off topic. You're
describing Matt.
Matt is like something you can't describe. He's just an aura. He's got an aura about him, and that's who he is.
You know he exists, but you just don't know what he looks like because he's not a he.
If you don't believe in him, he will disappear.
He's like a unicorn.
Wow, all right.
Did you just stroke your beard?
I did.
Yes.
I'm not used to being on camera, so I'm going to be doing a lot of weird stuff that no one else normally sees. So.
Thanks for the heads up. Thanks for that.
Well, guys, welcome back. How's it been? How have you guys been doing since the last time we've done anything like this?
I've been doing things and stuff, so that was good.
More vagueness from Matt.
Yeah. We're all sure that Matt's probably a murderer, but everything he says is kind of vague. Like, well, you know, I've been doing some stuff and been Oh my gosh, he pulled up a picture of the orb.
That's a selfie.
That's a selfie.
Orbital selfie.
If you're listening to this on our website or on iTunes, you have no idea what's going on, so you're just gonna have to see the podcast live when we do it. But
there you go.
Speaking of which, I'm going to plug us because if anyone is listening on iTunes or something like that, and they don't know about us. We are everywhere. We are everywhere now. If you go to Facebook, we are everywhere.
I always was.
Wow, all right. If you go to Facebook, you can find us at facebook.com/GEL Comics. It's still got the comics on the end of that just because it was harder to change that. You can see us there. That'll have our schedule of when we're doing something live like we are now. On top of that, you can find our podcast on our podcast website. It's rayemling.podbean.com. And you can also find us on iTunes now, which is very exciting. If you just search G.E.L. podcast, I made it very specific because if you just type G.E.L., there's a lot of stuff that comes up.
Like gel.
Periods? There's 2 periods, you say?
There's 2 periods.
Why is there not a third one?
Because you don't get a period, Chaz.
Too many.
I don't need a period.
You don't get one.
I'm fine without one.
You want one, though, a little.
No, I'm fine. I'm good. I don't need it.
So this episode is kind of doesn't really have a theme to it so much. We're just kind of chilling, just kind of talking about video games, just kind of getting back involved in everything. Don't have a planned schedule out, but I was just gonna. I mean, anything else you guys want to add before we jump right into things?
I'm excited about the next-gen games out. I mean, there's at least 2 of them that sold it to me. I want the PS4, and I'm sold at least by 2 games. So,
well, we'll be talking. What about you, Matt?
I I've been indulging myself in all of these new gen games so far.
Of course
so
you have, you rich punk.
I'm super rich, and I've been buying them all.
You seriously do, like, every week you have a new game. I don't know how you do that, but that actually brings me to my first topic. Nice bridging statement, I know, right? First thing I wanted to kind of get out there is what's been going on with three of us gaming-wise. I don't know who wants to go first.
Matt's got the most to say, so I'd love to hear him first.
Yeah, let's go with Matt. Yeah, Matt, what's been going on with you, Mr. Moneybags?
I mean, most recently, I've been having a ton of fun with Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which I know Ray also has.
That is fun.
It's so much fun. I chose Frieza Clan because Frieza's easily the best character in the whole series, especially with that voice.
Oh,
but,
were you guys talking? I'm playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse right now.
Put that controller down.
Sorry, guys.
That's insulting.
Stop throwing Destructo discs everywhere.
Yeah, no, Dragon Ball Xenoverse has been fun. I went with the Saiyan class, and actually, I just unlocked the skill to become Super Saiyan. Unfortunately, it is like $40,000 or zenny, as they call it. So I don't quite have enough to buy it, but I have unlocked it. So as soon as I get enough, I can buy it. I'm about halfway there now. But that's gonna be cool. That's the whole reason I chose Saiyan at all, was because of the Super Saiyan skill that only they can have.
AKA steroids.
Exactly.
Space
And hair
steroids.
dye.
Space
Steroids and hair dye.
Yeah.
You just like the monkey tails. You just like the monkey
dangerous
tails.
combination.
That was the one thing I was kind of upset about, is as a Saiyan, he didn't have a monkey tail. Like, I understand that like Goku didn't, but he did originally. Like, I don't know. I feel like as a Saiyan, you should have a monkey tail and have the ability to become a great ape. But you know, whatever. Don't
you get close to that, like Super Saiyan 4 or something?
Yeah, you become Super Saiyan 4.
I saw a picture.
I don't know if you can become Super Saiyan 4 in the game. I'm not sure, but I know once you become Super Saiyan 4, like you start
get fur and stuff.
Yeah. I saw a picture. I don't know.
That's weird.
I stopped watching Dragon Ball Z at that point. Yeah, I stopped watching Dragon Ball Z about probably right around near the end of the Boot Saga when they started fusing. Like,
when he turned into candy.
Oh my gosh.
When he turned
That's so sad too. Because as a kid, like, my favorite thing was seeing, like, what's the next Super Saiyan gonna look like, and then like as soon as the fourth one came, by that time I didn't care. Maybe because I grew up, I don't know.
No, it's because it got stupid. Because even as an adult, I can go back and watch the Frieza saga and the Android saga and everything like that.
Yeah,
and still
those are still fun.
Those are still cool, but then once you get into the Buu saga, the only thing good about the Buu saga was the beginning with like the tournament when they're fighting in the tournament, and then the second they leave the tournament and go off and fight Buu, I just lose interest.
Yeah, when Buu turned into a kid Buu, and then old Buu came back, and then I don't know what was going on.
Kid Buu was terrifying for some
reason.
Kid
Buu was extremely terrifying. It's because he's a kid and he's unstoppable.
So small. It's like
There's
Cell
nothing
Jr.
scarier. There's nothing scarier than children and bubblegum, and he was both.
Bubblegum.
It was both. I see. So speaking of Dragon Ball Z, I guess since we're on the topic, have you guys heard of? I don't know if it's a fan-made Dragon Ball Z series or what, but it's called Dragon Ball Z Light of Hope, and it's like fans' answer to the crappy Dragon Ball Z movie that came out a while ago.
We don't talk about that movie.
It's fantastic, though. It's really great cinematography, and the story takes place when in Trunks' universe, like when Android 17 and 18 took over everything and killed Goku, and it's really good, and I'll try to send a link. Maybe we can talk about it in more detail later. But it's really high quality, and they use the sound effects from the series and everything.
I haven't heard of that. I just heard recently. This is a little bit off topic, but whatever. We can be off topic because it's our show, so whatever.
We own it.
We own the show. No, recently there was like a Power Rangers fan made thing, and it's something I've been calling for a long time, where it was like a more adult-oriented
Yeah,
Power
yeah, I
Rangers.
heard about that.
And I guess the owner had it taken off YouTube, like the creator of Power Rangers, because he claimed copyright and everything. It was a big thing, but I'm really upset because I heard about it afterwards, so I never got a chance to watch it.
Yeah, it was. You know, these little side projects are really cool. They did a Mortal Kombat thing for a while too. I forget what it was called, but it was supposed to be like a more realistic version of Mortal Kombat. Like Jax was actually an agent or like a FBI agent or something like that. He didn't have metal arms. He was just a big dude. And Scorpion was just some crazy guy. I don't know. They just had the names, but they weren't super natural.
There's a lot of interesting stuff on YouTube that like independent filmmakers made. Like I've been watching it's called the Joker blogs, where basically it's taking place right after the Dark Knight, after Joker gets put in Arkham Asylum, and it's kind of a series based on his life after Dark Knight. It's really interesting. They haven't put up a new episode in over a year, so I'm wondering if they kind of fell apart. But for a while, it was some really interesting stuff.
Yeah,
the Joker got him.
The Joker.
The Joker got the crew. It's just over.
That's what supervillains do with copyright infringement. They just kill you off. They don't sue you. They just fire you.
Shank you.
Literally. No, Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Going back to the the topic of that. It's a fun game. I'm not normally a fan of like, oh, to beat this level you have to upgrade your stats. Like I'm not a big fan of that normally, but it's fun. The gameplay's fun, and then it actually has like a story, which is a big deal for Dragon Ball Z games because normally it's only the fighting. So, I mean that's kind of a plus. I like it. I'm having fun with it. I just finished the Cell Saga. No, the Android Saga. I don't know. I'm doing whatever.
I did the Cell Saga today, so that was fun.
They reversed it. The Cell Saga is in front of the Android Saga. So
yeah, which kind of threw me. It was a little strange.
Well, because the Android Saga is actually, it's not when the androids in present day, it's supposed to be them in the future, so I guess whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I just finished that.
So I don't have the game, so you guys are going to have to tell me, but I hear one of the big differences between this Dragon Ball game and a lot of the other ones are the bosses are a lot harder. Is that true? Like, do you notice a difference?
I haven't played the other ones, so I have no idea how to compare that.
I would say they're harder. Here's the problem, and here's the problem I was just having, actually. It's not normally a problem with, like, I'm getting beat myself. The problem is you have a lot of missions where, like, I just did one where I'm fighting androids 17 and 18, and I'm fighting
protecting
with Trunks.
People.
Yeah, and if Trunks gets beat, the mission's a failure. So it's like, and of course they don't block; they just stand there like, "Hey, hit me, guys!"
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so that's been my biggest thing. Is like I'll be like, I got so frustrated because I was fighting Android 18. 17 was already beaten. I'm fighting Android 18. They have like a sliver of health left. I have full health. Trunks gets beat, and the mission's over. And I'm like, I was so close. Like, really?
Don't you love those babysitting missions? It's like the bane of video games for me.
So bad.
I haven't had that much of a problem with it, personally. I don't know. I switch targets a lot and use my ultimate attacks a lot, though, too. So I don't know how much you are switching your target or using super crazy powerful attacks. Did Ray just leave?
I don't know.
It's...
I think Ray is dead.
This is amazing.
This is live, people. Ray is down. I don't know, man. Your screen just popped up and Ray's gone.
Right. So, Ray's gone. We can continue though.
Sure.
Where was I? I guess ultimate attacks are super important in the game, but I mean that's what I've been playing recently. Have you been playing anything?
So I haven't actually gotten the next gen game console yet. So I've been sticking with Little Big Planet 3. That was the most recent game I got. And I mean, it's pretty common knowledge around the Little Big Planet community. But Little Big Planet 3 wasn't made by Media Molecule.
Oh, really?
So it was, they switched it over to another producer called Sumo. And Sumo, like their name implies, must have been a bunch of fat guys working on it or something, because they got really lazy and they released the game, I think, prematurely, because the game is riddled with glitches like, I don't know, cheese is riddled with holes. It's
like game breaking or just like goofy stuff that happens.
Well, both. Like, it's not game breaking, I would say, but it's like loading screens are everywhere. I mean, the game. Me and Ray have a joke. It's like we just scream loading every time a loading screen comes up, and it could be when I'm jumping up in the air, for God's sakes. And the loading screens are just so long.
Yeah.
So.
That's
and
too
then,
bad.
yeah, there's a lot of disconnections going on. I mean, when I try to join another group of people or something, a lot of times I disconnect from them, or just a lot of issues, and it's really disappointing because Little Big Planet 1 was amazing. Little Big Planet was 1, and then they came out with Little Big Planet 2, and it was just fantastic. It was a superior game.
Of fun.
Yeah, and then 3 came out, and they just, I don't know, man. The only thing that's keeping it alive in my book is the fact that it built off of 1 and 2. I don't even like the main story mode. I thought 1 and 2 were unique and really engrossing, and I enjoyed playing the main storyline, but not this time around. I finished it, and I'm like, I'm done. I saw the end. I don't want to do it again.
So are you still playing that, or you're just not?
I am, because that's really the only game I'm holding on to right now. It's the next thing I'm going to get is going to be the big jump, which is going to be the PS4 and Bloodborne, and later on the Division. Which
when is that out? Do you know the release?
The Division or Bloodborne?
Division. I know Bloodborne is next month.
So the Division, I think, is still on the alpha, and it hasn't. So I think that's probably going to be later this year. I don't want to say Christmas, but probably around that time.
Yeah, so. Probably expected around that.
Yeah,
it's this year though. Welcome back.
Yeah, we lost you.
The problems of live, you know. But you know what the best thing is? No one's probably watching this, so I can just edit this out.
I just checked, man. We got over 1 million viewers. It's
and they all gave a thumbs up when I got kicked out.
we're back down to -3 now.
Oh. What did I miss, guys? What are you guys talking about now?
Chaz's games he's looking forward to. He's talking about the Division Alpha.
Yeah. We were talking about the end of Xenoverse and everything, and we jumped to what games I'm playing right now, and I told him Little Big Planet, and I mean, you could kind of expound off of it, but I was just telling him how disappointed I was with 3.
Yeah. Did you tell him about the loading? The loading all the time.
It's loading all over the place. Like I said, I do love the game because it's a Little Big Planet game. I'm in love with the series, but it's pretty broken.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I know you said it's a different developer, but yeah, that just went terribly. But we'll skip over that just because they might get mad and sue us. But so the Division, you were telling me a little about that earlier. Go ahead, and I know you might have just talked about it a little bit, but what are you looking forward to in that?
Yeah, we didn't get that far into it, but man, where should I start? I mean, one of the big things that I was actually talking to you most recently about was the dynamic levels. So first of all, the level's huge. I think they compared it to GTA 5. It's either the same size or bigger.
And I played GTA 5, and that's
huge.
It's huge. It's very big, and it's going to be bigger or the same size. And the thing that makes it unique is that the game level is constantly changing. I don't know great detail about it, but they did say that if you go one place one time, you could come back and something could have drastically changed about it. So that's very cool. You've also got, once you enter something called a dark zone and you decontaminate, then you are exposed to non-playable characters and playable characters or other enemy players, and there could be over 100 of them at one time. So it's literally a war zone. There is a ton of customization. They're talking about each person could have a very unique look that no one else will have. There's no goofy looking colors. So if you notice, like Destiny, I hate to bring up a name, but like you could see someone in armor that's you look like a McDonald's ripoff, like
Or toothpaste.
like someone spilled toothpaste all over you.
You're literally a walking advertisement. Like, I'm loving it, and eat fresh. Subway and McDonald's.
It looks like Ronald McDonald went on a war crave or something. So, but lots of customization. They're bringing customization for weapons from, I heard, Ghost Recon, which I'm not really familiar with the game series, but there's a lot of customization from the stock of your gun to its firepower to its muzzle to its look to its just everything. So
that's awesome.
You're stocked in this game, and they have future weapons that you can use, drones that can go seek out enemies. You can look through walls to see enemies taking cover. Just
without
so much.
aimbots.
Without aimbots.
That sounds fun. I can't wait to. I haven't seen anything on it, but I want to look it up.
It's pretty ridiculous.
You should definitely check it out. Like the E3 game demo is really sweet.
Oh, really? I haven't checked it out yet, but more to come. Hopefully, this is just the alpha stage right now.
And we'll talk about it. Like once we play it together, we'll definitely play it. Somebody in this podcast needs to get a PS4. So
moving on.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that's definitely going to be good. Kind of going back real quick, I want to talk about. We brought up Destiny. I want to talk about Destiny right now because Destiny was the most overhyped thing ever. Like,
you broke my heart, Destiny.
Yeah, everybody talked about it like it was going to be the greatest thing ever. Like, everyone thought it was going to be the next Halo. Like, it was going to be one of those things that changed the gaming industry. Okay. And it was garbage.
So
it wasn't garbage. There's just no content to it.
Well, the story was garbage. The story was complete garbage.
So here's the thing. I'm not here to take a dump on Destiny. I'm disappointed with. I'm done with Destiny right now. But here's what I've been hearing. Talking to some other gamers and stuff, they brought us some good points, which was Destiny 1 was to tide us over for what is supposed to be the biggest game, which is Destiny 2. Destiny 2 was actually in development before or just as long as Destiny 1. They're still working on it.
Really?
So, yeah, Destiny 1 was supposed to keep us tided over for Destiny 2. And supposedly Destiny 2 is supposed to be the full game without all the bull crap that 1 had for us.
All I know is I will never forget when I'm playing story mode on Destiny, and I'm playing as, what are they called, the Awoken?
The Awoken, yeah.
I'm playing as the Awoken. I'm playing as a freaking Awoken, and my ghost is talking about the Awoken people, and my character, who is an Awoken, is like, who are the Awoken? Where did they come from? Like, you can tell that they literally wrote the story for the human.
For the human. Yeah.
And never changed it if you chose another race.
Yep. That moment reminded me of the Dave Chappelle episode where he was a black guy and he was a Klan member because he didn't know he was black. So maybe it was the same situation.
Yeah, I hate the Awokens. Wait, you are Awoken. No, I'm not. What are you talking about? I'm just a human with purple skin.
I'm just a blue guy.
I'm just a blue guy. No, I won't say. Okay, the story mode of Destiny was garbage. The online play was fun. It just got old. After a while, it was like, this is just another first-person shooter.
Here's my thing. If they had as many options for, like, the Crucible that, like, the earlier Halo games did, or, like, Reach or 4 even, they had a ton of options for, like, playlists, for Slayer, for SWAT, Big Team, and they had variations of all of those. They had custom battles. They should have added some of that in and gave it some, I don't know, longevity.
You know what they needed? Energy swords.
Yeah. So I actually think they were setting it up for that. When they came out with the moon missions and stuff, they had the Sword of Crocea come in, and I thought they were going to do some stuff in Crucible with that, which I thought would have been really fun.
Should have. Yeah.
It didn't. The problem that I had with Destiny is I feel like they screwed us as customers and fans of the series because When I didn't buy the new downloadable content right away, I was like, I don't want this. I'm just gonna wait till the new game comes out. I'll be fine. And the longer I went without buying it, the less stuff I was able to get. And eventually, like, I wasn't really even able to level up that much without buying the new content. They basically said, buy our content or else you're not going anywhere, boy. So.
Right. Yeah.
You know what makes me mad is I bought the content, then I stopped playing it.
Yeah, same here. They got my money. They got me. You got me, Destiny.
Because I thought the new content was going to breathe new life into the game, and then I played it and I'm like, oh, so it's the same, but, there's some new guns.
It breathed new life into the game, but it's like breathing life into a guy who's dying. He got one more breath or so, but he's still dead. What's the time of death?
Well, that's our show. No, I'm just kidding. No, let's get off Destiny before Bungie comes after us.
We got a lot of people coming after us already.
A lot of people, yeah. We're gonna have comments like,
add them to the list.
Everyone hates us. It's like my
mine.
mom.
It's fine.
He loves me.
The orb is okay with this.
The orb has spoken.
The orb has spoken.
He's like the wizard from the Wizard of Oz. Like, he's this great and powerful being, but if you really take a close look, he's just some guy behind a curtain.
It's really a tiny orb.
He's literally just some old man.
Hey guys!
Hey, ignore the man behind the curtain. Just look at the orb.
My meatloaf is burning.
I don't know why he sounded like Bane. Guys, please ignore everything that you're saying.
Oh, Babe. I thought you said Babe. I'm like, what voice does Babe have? He's a pig.
Pig?
I don't know. Babe had this little cute voice, but I always pick, like, I want to see Babe as like an older pig and be like, hey guys, what's going on?
Did Babe have a voice?
Yeah, Babe had. No, wait, what did he? I don't know.
No, I thought Babe had the spider speak for him.
No, that was Charlotte's
Wilbur,
Web.
man.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Wilbur. We all got the wrong freaking thing wrong. Okay?
We're all in different pig movies. That should just tell you that the industry as a whole has too many pig movies.
Gordy.
Yeah.
Gordy was a great movie.
Gordy?
Babe 2 was a nightmare. Like, I swear I've been in a nightmare just like Babe 2.
Why did you go into Babe 2 thinking it was going to be a blockbuster? Like, this is going to be the greatest movie ever, all right, yeah!
I don't know what I was expecting. I didn't expect anything, but it turned out to be, like, really disturbing at the end.
You know what pig movie I want to see? I want to see the pig from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have his own movie.
There's a pig in... Oh,
There's
yeah.
a few of them, right?
What's the big pig's name? Oh, there's a pig and a rhino. What's his name?
I don't know. I don't really know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that well.
Well, Matt, this is your job. You're the fact checker, and if you didn't check facts, then I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I feel like...
Bebop and Rocksteady, the pig and the rhino.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He actually has the facts.
Yeah, he does. He's the all-knowing orb.
I really like this idea for Matt. He's just going to be an orb, and he's going to be the fact checker. That's amazing.
I guess that works.
I feel like if you make a pig into an intimidating, like, soldier type deal, then he just becomes one of those bad guys on Duke Nukem, which I don't know if you guys played Duke Nukem, but
no.
The pigs in that game were basically like satires of police.
He was a pig with a mohawk, though, so, I mean... You can't
yeah,
put much better than that.
Perfect Duke Nukem enemy.
It's not just a mohawk though. It's like a purple mohawk with like a ponytail at the end.
That's even better.
This thing is ridiculous.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Where the heck are we anyway? We're way off. I don't care. This is awesome. Hey, he got the picture up. This is awesome.
There we go.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Hey, now. You know, this reminds me of Street Sharks for some reason.
That's because
for some reason, I don't know why.
Street Sharks is a ripoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I don't know about that.
It definitely is. The creator of Street Sharks watched TMNT and was like, "Hey, that seems to be doing well. You know, it'd be cooler if they were sharks."
I mean, honestly, yeah, they were.
Yeah,
I mean, we're talking giant sharks with giant arms for some. What's scarier than a shark? Than a shark that can walk on land, and guys who could probably bench press 700 pounds.
Especially since the only way to get a shark to stop attacking you is to punch it in the nose. If you go to punch these things, they're gonna grab your fist.
It's gonna punch harder. Yeah, yeah. You know what's scary? A big guy who works out in the gym and a guy who could bite as much as he pushes in a bench press.
That is terrifying. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna have nightmares about shark men.
Yeah, he benches 700 pounds and then bites the bar in half afterwards.
Well, we should be happy that street sharks are on our side.
Are they though?
Are they
Are they?
really, or are they just biding their time?
Ah!
The fact that we
was
just got a
terrible.
Street Sharks reference in here. Oh my god!
Isn't that the scariest thing you've ever seen?
If you are listening to this, you need to watch the next live podcast because Matt finding the pictures is just the greatest thing ever.
Oh boy.
It's like a Photoshop realistic street shark. With
That's
like
not
a great
Photoshop.
white-
That's not
that's real.
Photoshopped.
That's what
the-
all
oh.
sharks look like.
Oh god.
That's the evolution of sharks.
It's giant pectorals
You know,
and arms.
they say great whites haven't like ever evolved. That's the first level of evolution. Ah, land.
That's a Super Saiyan shark right there.
Land shark.
So,
So,
what's okay? We talked about the division. So what's next on the list of games?
Bloodborne!
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne.
I was gonna act like I was all on board. I have no idea about Bloodborne. I've just been told I have to get it.
You have to get it. And it's not negotiable, and you're gonna cry, and I'm gonna laugh. At
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. This is the guy. I'm the guy who played Dark Souls for 5 minutes, got killed 32 times, and quit. And then
He didn't
Matt's
even
like,
make it to the gargoyles.
Yeah,
You didn't?
exactly.
What?
Yeah,
What?
because I got killed 32 times. I got killed twice by a freaking rat. The little
Yeah.
rat thing. in the
You got
tunnel.
First
killed by a
rat.
rat?
The first
Yeah.
rat
Yeah.
in the tunnel. It
Yeah.
was incredible.
I'm using all gamer cred right here, but that's and then I made the mistake of I came out of the tunnel and there was a guy sitting at a campfire. I don't remember who he is. Matt knows who he is. I
The
hit him.
Crestfallen Warrior. The Crestfallen Warrior, the guy in the chainmail at Firelink
Yeah.
Shrine.
You
Yeah.
stabbed him?
He attacked him.
Here's what happened. Well, here's what happened.
Here's
I
what
came
happened.
out. Listen, I came up. He scared me because I thought he was an enemy. So I hit him.
He was sitting down, you douchebag.
I thought I had the jump on him.
What
I thought that I had the element of surprise on my side, so I attacked him first. Come to find out, I couldn't kill him, and he followed me all the way.
Raymond, when you go to a restaurant and a guy's sitting there eating French fries with his back turned to you, you're like, I got the jump on him. I'm
Absolutely.
gonna get him before he gets me.
Absolutely.
It's
Because
just-
that's one less guy that's gonna attack me later.
what if that guy had no intentions of killing you and just
Well,
wanted to
then-
sit down and eat his French fries?
Just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, apparently you were at the wrong place at the wrong time because he kicked your.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Dude.
So basically, yeah, I got destroyed in that game. So I stopped playing it. I sold it. I never played it again. Matt comes to me and goes, "Dude, you need to get Bloodborne." And I'm like, "Oh, really? What's that about?" Well, it's made by the creators of Dark Souls. I'm like, "I'm out. I'm done." Like, that's all I needed to know.
Before we move on too far, am I right in saying that when you piss off an NPC, they're pissed off at you for like the rest of forever? Yeah, they hold
I did
grudges
that in
in that game.
Skyrim. I did that in Skyrim. I slaughtered an entire town because I got bored one day. There's one guy. There's one guy in the what's the river town? I haven't played Skyrim forever. There's
The
a river
Town.
Is it Rivertown? Is it Riverton like Downton Abbey? Like Riverton?
Like
I don't
the
know.
Thief Guild town?
No. Like the first town you get into.
Like, I don't remember.
Either way.
Haven or something.
Yeah, something like that. Either way, I slaughtered the entire town except one NPC that cannot die. So I killed the entire town. I knocked this guy out. Then he gets back up and comes after me. I could never go back to that town again. I'm screwed. Like every time I go to that town, that guy's waiting for me.
Yeah, you pissed off the Terminator.
Now, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's not smart enough to leave the town and follow me. He just sits there waiting for me. Like one day that guy's gonna come back, and when he does, oh boy, he's in trouble.
It's true. It's true. So I felt the same way. Like Demon Souls, I loved. It was great. I beat the game several times, and then I had this mission. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna level up as far as I can. Yeah, it got so hard to level up after a while. I just called it. But you know, like I was really good in PvP and stuff. I got the meat cleaver, which is, if you guys play Demon Souls, that's like the weapon. And then Dark Souls came out, and I beat it once, and I'm like, there's 3 bosses at the end of this game. Why? There's 3 bosses. Why? And I beat the whole game by myself. Didn't get any help. But it was very hard.
I spent
that, so.
2,000 plus hours in Dark Souls 1. I got every trophy on every platform it was on.
Good God, what is wrong with you?
It was a great experience and probably my favorite game of all time.
What's funny is in the last episode we ever did, it was just Chaz and I, we said that there was a good chance Matt was in a Dark Souls coma with Dark Souls 2. And we talked about the fact that if he got sucked into the game and we need to save him, that you would be screwed, Matt. Because Chaz and I, we would not be able to save you. Chaz would have a little bit of a chance. I would be sitting in the corner eating some mutton. They'd be like, hey Ray, what are you doing? Oh, hold on a second, this is really good.
I need mutton.
Why do you have mutton?
I don't know. Mutton just seems like the thing to eat in Dark Souls.
It does seem like the thing.
No, you just eat your enemies. You eat their
souls.
Matt, if I couldn't kill an enemy, what makes you think I could eat them?
You can't, so get out. Just sit down at the bonfire and just stay there forever.
With the guy that's looking at me because he wants to kill me.
Just across from the flame, just sitting there staring at you.
You stupid jerk. I'm going to kill you one of these days. I do it right now, but this fire is really nice.
And Ray, the best part about this whole thing, spoilers for anyone who hasn't played the game and still wants to for some reason, the Crestfallen Warrior eventually does go crazy and finds you in, I think it's Dark Londo, or New Londo, with the ghosts.
The place where the ghosts, yeah.
And he'll attack you there.
But you can get
something from it. I basically jumped the guy. I knew that guy was bad. I walked out and said, this guy's evil, and he needs to be taken down. So I was right. So screw you guys for making fun of me.
You get some really good equipment from him, though. But you gotta wait. If you kill him early, don't you miss out on something? I think you get a special weapon or item or something if you wait to kill him. Yeah, I know I did.
You can get all his armor and weapons elsewhere. So I'm not sure. Maybe I don't remember.
Powerful. Yeah, no.
I've only killed him when he was crazy a couple times.
Does he team up with the rats?
No, it's just him. It's just him. And a bunch
of dumb enough to team up with the rats, Ray, because the rats are pretty much useless in the game.
They killed me, so...
You got killed by rain in that game.
It burns!
The rats were a step above slimes. I think that's the easiest one.
No, what happened was I was walking to the tunnel minding my own business, and the rat came out and attacked me. I didn't expect nothing. I didn't know.
You gotta check your corners, man. You gotta look everywhere.
I'm not used to games where the game's just its main purpose in life is to screw you over.
That's every game. You gotta walk into every game like
clues. You gotta watch for clues in that game too, because I'm sure you both know about the bridge the first time. Yep. So when you're walking up on the bridge, you're like, "There's an awful lot of charred bodies around here." That one's still smoking.
that one's still alive and saying, "Look out for the guy on the bridge." What's that about?
A giant red dragon.
There's that.
Yeah, Ray didn't get that far.
I remember killing the dragon. Yeah,
I did. Okay.
Yes. Because you helped me get the dragon's tail or whatever.
Yeah, you get the tail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't get jack squat from killing the dragon, though. I think you get
souls.
You get his soul. That's what you get.
No, you just get souls.
You get his
tail
and you get to make a nice dragon soup out of it.
I don't think he has a unique soul.
He does. I think he has a unique soul, and I think you're able to upgrade his the dragon sword or something like that. I remember doing it. You got the platinum, man, so I'm not going to argue with you.
Matt played the game 97 times in the last hour alone.
Matt rode the dragon.
He broke the game. The dragon came out of the game and just blew up Tokyo for some reason.
He broke the dragon. He like lassoed it, and it was like, "Yeah, you're mine now."
Me and Hellkite are friends.
So the second Dark Souls I heard wasn't that good, and the reason again is because the creator wasn't involved in the making of the game.
The director of Demon Souls and Dark Souls was not
In
the
Dark
director.
Souls,
He was a consultant, but he wasn't the director.
okay,
Is he directing
Still
Bloodborne?
really like too.
He
He
is.
is
He is.
directing
So
Bloodborne.
he's come back. Okay.
It's a
Right,
good
so-
sign.
yeah. So that's why
Um,
everyone's pretty excited about it.
I still really like 2.
You like to?
I really like 2. I put probably almost 200 hours into that as well.
That's
Um,
not 2000.
It's not 2000, but
You're slacking, man. Get on it.
Pick it up.
I've kind of I'm still doing like PvE stuff, but I'm kind of just now getting into the PvP aspect and getting better at that because it does feel a lot different
Does
with
it?
just like the parry timings and the roll timings and iframes and stuff like that is quite a bit different than 1.
Yeah. I felt like Demon Souls and Dark Souls was a big separation too. As far
Yeah,
as the
it was.
system.
Like even like just run speed in Demon Souls was super fast. Fall damage was really negligible.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a word?
It was really strange.
Yeah.
Did you say negligible?
Yes.
Is that
What?
a word?
You
Yes.
Are you just making up words now?
He's not making up words, Ray. Just shut up, man.
Learn some vocab.
Oh, okay.
Is that a word? That sounds like a dish. What, do you eat it with mayonnaise?
I'm not here for the brains. I'm here for the comedy.
Oh man.
So, yeah, but Dark Souls, I felt like everything could kill me. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I got killed by a crow one time.
Crow?
I don't know what he was doing up
Hey,
there.
don't make fun of me for getting killed by the rat then.
It was the crow, man.
The crow is like a dragon. Size,
Exactly. And so it's a crow, but he's still dangerous. So Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1. I remember the first boss you kill, or the first one you have to kill, where you like jump off the little cliff and stab him in the face, and you start fighting. Underneath him is another guy who's just like he is.
Yep.
But he's a little bit stronger. And
He's a lot stronger.
yeah,
He
he's a
has
lot
different
stronger.
moves too. He has like
He does.
explosive moves and stuff.
Did you ever see that video on YouTube about the guy who went in with no armor and no weapons and punched him in the butt to death?
Yes, that is insane.
That
was-
was my method.
I
You
mean,
were- You were the butt puncher?
Not by choice. Somehow, mid-game, I lost all my armor and stuff. I sold my sword to a
What?
street merchant for the promise of some magic beans. So, I
mhm.
mean,
And you decide to get into a fist fight with a dragon?
well, when life hands you lemons, punch them in the butt.
Cool.
There you go. And that
It's-
butt was huge. This thing had cottage cheese thunder thighs all the way. It was,
It just did too many. It did too many inclined leg presses or something.
it ate too many Krabby Patties, is what it did.
And then you'll blow up.
Went straight to the thighs.
So what is Bloodborne about? Is it literally like the next version of Dark Souls or what?
I haven't
Nah,
been
it's-
keeping up with it too much. It's not. I don't think it's connected to Dark Souls. A lot of
It's
aspects are very similar. Like there's co-op and stuff.
Is it gonna be
I think
medieval
there's gonna
times
be
stuff
like
again?
invasions.
No, it's like a vampire hunter.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what
It's
it's
kind of
yeah.
Victorian.
Yeah. So
There's
the
a lot of
story.
werewolves.
Yeah, yes. The storyline's kind of secluded, kind of like the other games were. Demon Souls, like they said, you're probably going to be asking questions about it and kind of coming up with your own themes for it for a while.
Mhm.
But the storyline, I think, has something to do with you're a vampire hunter type deal, and there's a connection between you and the dream world, and that's how other vampire hunters connect with one another. So like in Dark Souls and Demon Souls, you died and you were like the undead, and then you did co-op and stuff with the other players. But in this one, you connect through a dream world, and I'm not sure exactly how that ties in, but that's where you go and do all of your merchant selling and buying, and I know that when other players are coming into the world, you hear a bell or something. But as far as that's concerned, I'm not too familiar with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
It's a dream within a dream.
It's going to be Inception for the Dark Souls crowd.
It is Inception.
But yeah,
So-
I've only seen like 2 gameplay trailers, and they're both boss fights, and they both look crazy. Like one was like a priest guy in a graveyard, and he like was zipping around like Sonic speed, and then he started turning into a wolf, and it was like mind blowing. But yeah, the game looks super fast paced. There's no rolling. There's just back steps and dashes.
Yeah.
I've heard there's no shields. Which is gonna stir up a lot of people, I think. I think a lot of people have been reliant on that instead of dodging.
Mm-hmm. So
my question is, what kind of vampires are we dealing with here? Because I mean, if we're dealing with like Dracula style vampires, it's gonna be a fun game. If we're dealing with Twilight vampires, then I mean, we're just
It's True Blood vampires. It's a very sexualized game.
True Blood vampires are just naked all the time for some reason.
yeah, anytime you hear "oh my" and see something coming out the darkness at you, it's time to get your weapons out, man.
No, but like seriously, like I'm actually seriously wondering like what kind of rules are they following for vampires? Like, are they hurt by silver? Are they?
I don't know. I haven't seen any vampires personally. I've seen a lot of werewolves and
like
undead.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know what elemental damage is gonna be like in this game, because you are fighting undead, and as we know, undead are pretty susceptible to like fire damage. So that might be.
Maybe you can make like silver weapons, like The Witcher. They'll be more responsive on beasts and stuff. That'd be cool.
Honestly, yeah, I think it might be because there's a huge draw for projectile weapons in this game.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you get like a shotgun or a cannon or something.
Yeah, by the way, I love the weapon and fighting system in it, because like Matt was saying, as far as the fighting system is concerned, there's no shields, and there's actually this thing called Blood Pact or something like that, which if you get hit by an enemy and you fight back right away and you get a hit in on them, you get some of that health back. So they really encourage you to be very aggressive in this game, and it's like Matt said, it's supposed to be very fast paced. I think they're kind of moving away from the kind of clunky night moving steamroller type guy of the Dark Souls universe, and the bosses are a lot more aggressive.
Am I gonna get a trench coat and a really cool hat though?
You do.
Yeah,
that was actually the main character.
That's like the Vampire Hunter starter kit.
It is.
You get like a 3-corner hat and a big trench coat. So
but no other clothes.
That's it. So you're basically a child molester.
Yeah,
I kind of wonder how the armor and like the armor system is going to be set up. I've heard there's like pretty good customization options, which I wasn't sure if there was going to be any. I wasn't sure if it was just like a preloaded character.
No. Oh yeah, there is a customizable character system creation.
Yeah. And I just kind of wonder, is the armor going to be all one piece? Is it going to be like Dark Souls where you can equip different pieces of like different sets? I kind of hope it's that way.
I think it is. I actually saw a character walking around with like a, the old gas mask. They showed it in like
the doctor, the plague doctor.
Yeah, the plague doctor type deal. And then he had like this big crow cape on with feathers coming off of it and stuff.
Yeah, that stuff was cool.
Yeah, so it's really dark, kind of like gothic feel. The weapon system, I'm really excited about.
Like the transformations and stuff?
Yeah, every weapon has a transformation to it. So melee weapons, for example, one of them has it was like a cleaver, and then you can open it up and it turns into like a giant two-handed weapon. They had like a sword which splits into 2 swords you can dual wield.
I heard there's canes that like you can draw a blade out of.
That's freaking awesome.
Sounds crazy.
Yeah, I want to make an old dude and use a cane blade.
Right?
Just like whip around.
He's like a super old like vampire hunter. He's like the first one. He just walks around like, hey guys, I'm super old. And whoop bam!
You guys don't know what it was like back in World War.
You can fight him in his sleep. He'll be okay.
We get to sneak up on him while he's catching Z's.
And that's the guy in the diner that I take out.
Eating French fries?
Yeah, and he's just sitting there, and I can tell he's a bad guy.
You're a bad judge of character.
You're a bad guy. Now
Well,
the
you
numbers
know,
are gonna get
whatever.
us all.
Nah. So, are we done with Bloodborne? Because I really want to talk about Evolve.
Oh yeah, I
Evolve,
forgot
eh?
about that one. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm down.
Evolve, I don't know a whole lot about. I've been learning it, and it just, to me, from the outside looking in, looks super fun. It's so funny. I haven't seen a commercial for it at all, and then the same day Chaz mentions it to me, suddenly I see a commercial, and I'm like, that's weird coincidence. Like, this game is speaking to me. But Chaz, you seem to know the most about it. So what's going on with Evolve? What's the deal with that?
Well, first of all, I didn't think that it was going to have much to offer. I mean, there's only one type of mode, as far as I know, which is, well, I think there's like 2 or 3 modes, but the main idea is you have, 3 or 4 hunters, you have 1 creature. There's about 4 or 5 creatures you can choose from, each with their own special abilities. And essentially, there's a drop zone. Monster comes in first. They've got a head start. The job for the monster is to stay away from the hunters as long as possible and eat other animals to evolve while keeping his trail, kind of hidden so the other hunters can't come in and find him right away. And, of course, the hunter's job is to come in and try to kill the creature as quickly as possible before he evolves too much, because if he evolves too much, the roles reverse.
It's harder and harder. Yeah.
I want to do this so bad because the one thing I am always good at video games is running. So you give me a game.
No, running and eating.
You'll be running in both
my
roles.
God.
So.
running and eating, that's my game. That's my game right there. So you put me in an element where they literally like, hey, we need you to run away from all the other players, and you can eat some stuff along the way. I'm like, I've been waiting for this for years.
I'm down. I was made for this.
Yeah, no, seriously though, like. That's one thing I've always been good at. I've always been good at avoiding other players. So I'm gonna be pretty good at this game, and I want to try that. I hope the monsters are cool because I really want to see something where like the first monster, like the first form, is like the alien from Aliens. Then you evolve into the Predator, and then like the final stage is like freaking Godzilla. Like that would be just awesome.
You mean Schwarzenegger, right?
He was the Predator in that
He's
one.
the ultimate.
So you're a big monster.
Yeah, you are huge. I saw the alpha. Like some of my friends played the alpha, and like the one problem I saw is that obviously everyone wants to be the monster. Yeah. So you're kind of like waiting as a hunter to have your turn as a monster. I mean, I don't know if you like being a hunter. I suppose this is a great game to have.
Yeah. So. It's cool being the hunters too. There's a lot more hunters to choose from, and they're all very unique. And then there's that huge like teamwork display. Everyone's got this special ability, and if you don't use it, your team's missing something very important. Obviously, the healer is probably one of the most important team members. There's the supply guy. There's the guy who tracks and stuns the monster to slow him down.
Are we sure this isn't a Finding Bigfoot video game?
There's a monster that's pretty similar to Bigfoot, I guess.
Just a bunch of rednecks drinking beer. Well, I'm gonna go shoot me a squatch.
Squatch. You're pretty good at that, Ray.
A little too good. I think they're called skunk apes where you're from.
So I think the main monsters, one is the behemoth, which the behemoth is literally like it sounds. It's
that was my nickname in high school.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Ray, actually. So
yeah, it's just me. Like,
hey guys. You're this big ape-like monster, and you're supposed to be able to pick up giant boulders and throw them, and that's your job is to be strong and just barrel through your enemies, right? Then you got the Kraken, which is awesome because like who doesn't want to say release the Kraken when you're ready to turn around and kick some butt?
It's got to be a requirement at the beginning of every game when someone's playing with the Kraken. If not, I mean that's just ridiculous.
Exactly. So there's the Wraith, I think that's what it's called, and it's the only female monster. Which its job, it's supposed to be like stealthy.
Is it like a banshee?
It's cool because it can actually turn invisible, which I think is kind of cheap if you ask me.
They're just standing there the whole time, like they're in the middle of the hunters,
Making noises. What was that?
Who was that?
What?
I want to see a bunch of ghetto black guys though, like do another. I'm out of here. This is no. Let's get out.
A bunch of ghetto black guys probably wouldn't be drop shipping onto a foreign planet hunting a monster.
Fair enough.
That just doesn't happen.
Oh my god. This thing is awesome.
Imagine, that is awesome. Imagine the three of us as the hunters. Like Matt would be there trying to devise a plan. I would go running off into the night. Chaz would be like, "Nope."
Would be running off, just gone immediately. Where'd Ray go?
You would run up and try to punch it because that's what you did every freaking time in Destiny.
Yep.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10 it worked.
Not when you tried to punch the bosses.
Well, hey.
Just don't let Ray be the healer, because he'll try to heal you in the worst times possible.
Don't worry, buddy, I got you. You're like in the thing's mouth.
Yep.
I'm coming. Just let him spit you out a little bit.
Here, buddy, I got you.
Let me get in there.
Here's some Band-Aids.
I'm the worst, like medical or medic ever. Like I just come in and I'm like, hey, you got shot in the head. Here's some aloe vera for your toe.
You got me burn medication for a disfigured, like lopped off arm.
Why would you give someone CPR for a bullet wound to the head?
Live, you live.
I'm gonna save your life. Dude, that picture you had pulled up actually kind of looked like a predator without its helmet on.
Yeah,
That's
try to find the all the monsters if you can, Matt. I think there's 4 of them.
I'll put up the behemoth here.
Is this game out?
Yeah, it just came out.
The alpha was out.
Is it out now? Yeah, it's out now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta get it, Matt's gotta get it, and somebody else has to get a PS4.
I freaking hate you so much.
Get a PS4, and then you can hash it out over Evolve.
So that's the behemoth.
That's the behemoth. What was the other one? The wraith?
I think so. There's a 4th one. There's a 4th one too.
The behemoth doesn't look as cool as I thought it was gonna look. It kind of looks like a big rock golem.
That's the one they marketed.
That's the one on the front of the cover, as far as I know.
Here's the wraith right there. That looks
like the freaking thing from Godzilla, the new Godzilla movie.
Who hunts
haven't
that?
seen it. I don't know.
Who hunts that? Who sees that and like, where to get it? Like,
I'm telling you, the whole thing is a bunch of rednecks.
White dudes.
I'm gonna leave the planet.
We gonna catch you and make
go back
steaks
to the
out of
picture. It is a bunch of white dudes. Like they're the only ones dumb enough to go out and do that.
This is a black guy or something, right there.
Look, he's got the biggest gun, so.
But this guy is like Swamp Gator Dougal here.
It's Crocodile Dundee. He's like,
Basically.
now that's a monster.
That's a big one right there. I'm going to put my gun right up against his abdomen.
I want to see Steve Irwin hunting these things. Like, now listen, mate. This is the biggest and nastiest monster in the world. I'm gonna poke it with a stick.
Steve Irwin would probably just like grab it, put it in a headlock, and start rubbing its belly.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And suddenly the monster would become content and become a lover.
I love this man. I will protect him.
I will protect him like one of my young.
I found the last one. It is called the Goliath.
Oh,
Holy crap.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
I definitely like the Kraken the most, I think.
Well, the nice thing about the that guy is he can actually breathe fire out. I remember him now.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
He can torch him, which is pretty
there's
cool.
other stuff too, like, oh, whoops. Like, oh, shoot, that's a YouTube video.
That's the behemoth, right? No.
This is the Goliath as well. That's what he does.
Goliath.
Also, that he must be the cover guy then, because I'm pretty sure that's the one.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, so maybe.
So we need to get this game and start playing it, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to grab it. It's out already, so maybe it'll be cheaper by the time I get my system.
Yeah, maybe it will be in 2017.
Oh, shit, I freaking hate you.
That's gonna be the ongoing joke.
Like,
just,
even when I get the game
Even when he
system.
gets one.
Like, hey, who here was the last one to get a PS4? Raise your hand.
Really?
Oh, it's Chaz.
Really? You just see, like, next time we do a podcast, all you see is, like, my feet dangling. Just from myself.
Jeez. This is family friendly.
He really took that seriously. Too bad he didn't take his game system seriously. Oh,
Matt, I need you to take this picture of the orb you have up, save it to your desktop, and make that your profile picture. So
I've already saved it.
Every time we talk, you don't even have to do screen share. That's your picture.
That's a great idea.
Just make it the actual orb though. Like cut out the black. That would be awesome.
Why would I cut out the black?
I don't know.
The black is,
Make any sense?
black is the abyss, which is the rest of his body.
Got it. I see. Well, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Matt.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Don't make fun of him. It's mean.
Don't make fun of him.
Okay.
So, alright, so we talked about Evolve. We talked about Bloodborne. We talked about
The Division.
The Division. What's the what else do we got? I mean, is there anything else? Matt?
That's the big three for now for me.
Yeah,
Matt?
Bloodborne is the biggest one on my plate.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, personally, I don't pay a huge amount of attention to like gaming news. I kind of just take it as it comes.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think in terms of playability, replayability, Bloodborne and The Division are probably neck and neck. The Division, I haven't played a good third-person shooter for a while, so I'm pretty excited about that. I was waiting for Red Dead Redemption 2. Apparently it's in development, like for sure now, but I have no idea when it's coming out, and this is probably the next best thing for me. So
That is fantastic news if that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to. I mean, Xenoverse was one I was kind of looking at. I was on the fence about it. Ended up getting it. It's fun, you know. I can't say that like if I didn't have the money, I would have like tried to scrape and scratch to get the money to get it. I would have just passed on it, but I happened to have the money at the time. Looking forward to Arkham Knight. I haven't heard a whole lot about it. I mean, I know there's information out there.
I just want to drive the tank.
Yeah, the tank.
Tank.
It looks fun. I think it's gonna be great because it's made by Rocksteady, if I'm not mistaken. So
I believe so.
Yeah, it's finishing the trilogy from Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and they're just kind of pretending like Arkham Origins never happened.
Which is fine.
Yeah, and as far as I believe Kevin Conroy's back as the voice of Batman, which he is the best voice of Batman ever. And if anyone disagrees with that, you can get out of this room.
Michael Keaton was the best Batman ever, so
live action, but Kevin Conroy is the best voice of Batman.
Disagreed.
Get out.
All right.
This is the end. Nope. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Everybody shut it down.
The podcast is over. We're not coming back.
This is a one episode comeback.
We're not friends anymore.
this is the end of an era. The other game I'm excited for, obviously, is Mass Effect 4. Very little information about it right now. You know, I guarantee as soon as there's some more information about it, I'll do a podcast by myself if I have to about that.
You're gonna play as a Reaper, just blowing up planets.
As far as I know, it's a prequel, or not prequel. It's like I don't know. I think it should be 50,000 years after after the events of Mass Effect 3. But you know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
It should be First Contact for Earth.
I said that originally, like it should be the First Contact war. I think what the last I heard, it was going to be during the event of Mass Effect, but it's like somewhere else. Like that's
really
kind of boring.
Goofy, though.
Yeah, I know. Like
I don't like
I would
that.
love this. I would like to see someone like just driving around in a Mako, like, hey, so did you hear about the Reaper invasion? Yeah, that's messed up. Like.
I wonder if they're gonna let you be like an alien species. That would be
cool. That would be cool if they made it like you could. I wonder if they will do something almost like Destiny. Like it's You can
Should be
choose your
interesting.
species and everything.
I would like to choose my species. I think you would know what I would choose.
Solarian.
Solarian.
Yeah. Last I heard, they're cutting out. I thought they said they were cutting the Quarians and the Krogan, which the fact that the
They're
Krogan got
cutting
cut.
them?
Yeah, like last I heard, I
I
heard
guess
they
that might
did-
make sense if they're doing that era. I don't know.
Well, I heard that they took like a poll and like what are like everyone's least two favorite like main species, because I guarantee if they opened every species it would be like the Volus and the Hanar.
Yeah.
But they said like out of the main species, who's everyone's like what are the least favorite, and for some reason Quarian and Krogan made the list. Quarian I could understand.
Yeah.
I'm shocked Krogan didn't make the cut as like one of the favorite species.
Yeah, that's really surprising.
So I don't know how true those rumors are, but like I said, there's not a lot of information on it.
I don't know why
hoping-
they would cut any species though. That doesn't make sense.
I don't know either. I don't know what they're thinking. Maybe we should contact them and be like, hey guys.
It's
you're
BioWare.
missing
Who
out.
knows what they're thinking? They could do
I-
anything.
I'm hoping for a trilogy release on next gen. That's what I'm hoping for right now.
Like a remastered version?
Yeah, like, and they don't have to make any major changes to it. They even asked people like, if we were to re-release the trilogy, what would you want? And the only two things that people asked for is remastered, so that it plays smoother and it looks nice, and all DLC included.
And no elevators.
No elevators. Get rid of the elevators.
Burn the elevators.
That's 90% of the first game though, so they would have to like totally remake the first game
The first game would be like 2 hours long.
without the elevators.
It's like,
Poor
wow.
Poor Chaz. Chaz has no idea what's going on
Chaz
right
is
now.
reading up on his Mass Effect facts right now.
Actually, I don't care. I'm actually reading. I'm actually jogging my memory of the new games that are coming out this year.
Chaz is coming up with like a fact.
What's the best
a really
on the
well-known
list?
fact. Chaz is like, hey guys, did you know in Mass Effect there's this evil sentient race of machines called the Reapers?
That doesn't exist, Chaz. Damn it! Come on! I almost heard it.
Yeah, no, that's how I felt when you guys were talking about Bloodborne or in Dark Souls. I'm over here like, I've never played it.
Hey, at least you got your hands on it, though. I haven't even touched Mass Effect.
You would like Mass Effect. You should definitely check it out sometime.
Oh yeah, I
hate
will.
Mass Effect, Chaz. It's awful.
Shut up, Matt.
I feel like you're just trying to steer me clear of something good.
Yeah, he is. Matt's
It's,
just being a D-bag.
it is pretty good. I enjoyed my first play of it. I only played it. I played all 3 games once, and then I played the first and second one again.
This guy, he gets me addicted to it and then stops liking it. Like he's like, dude, you need to try this game. It's the greatest game ever. He mails it to me. He mails me his copy so that I can play it. That's how positive he is that I'm gonna like this game. I fall in love with it, and then when I'm like, dude, have you played the new DLC? He's like, well, I don't really play that game anymore. I'm like,
that's because Matt has video game ADD.
he does. He's like,
I really do. That's not a joke.
It's
I
not.
really
It's
do.
not. I'm like different because I'm like the complete opposite. Matt just is constantly flittering around with different games, and I'm like, dude, I still got this game. It's great. And it's like a year later, I'm still playing it. The 3rd and 4th games have already come out, but
Speaking of that, I kind of want to get back into Armored Core, honestly, Chaz.
yeah, we should. Except we'll probably get destroyed by all the Japanese people who never stop playing it.
I never got that game, so.
Oh my god. It's so
S-ranked.
complicated.
It is, man. I S-ranked all the missions, the main missions. I felt pretty proud of myself.
Wow, really?
And do you know what I got? You know what I got?
Hard mode.
Nothing. I got nothing. They
Well,
didn't
you
give me
unlock
anything.
all the parts. You unlock all the parts. That's your reward.
You didn't need to beat all the. You didn't need to beat all the games on S or all the missions on S rank to get all the parts. And the stuff that I did get was like, this is pointless. I got like a pistol. And it's like it's for my pilot. What am I gonna do with this? So,
You're gonna jump out and you're gonna take these in your own hands.
It's for
I
safety
have
precautions behind enemy lines.
I've never killed anything as a pilot. It's just it's
impossible.
literally
You'll never do it.
insulting. It's insulting.
I feel like if I played this game, I would always be my pilot.
You would.
Yeah,
you
you
know
would.
you have a giant robot, right? Yeah, no, he's decommissioned. I got this.
He already
I got this.
exploded.
Well, it's funny because
How did it explode? I ran into a wall.
that can't happen.
It can't happen.
That's not possible. Well, I did it.
That game's so fast paced.
Oh my gosh.
It's so ridiculous.
Ray would be the guy who drowns his robot. That is possible. It's just really hard.
It is really hard.
So apparently tonight has just become let's bash Raymond's gaming skills. Okay.
Pretty much. I mean,
Yes.
you're the whipping boy for this.
You know what I love is the fact that the reason the podcast kind of died in the first place is because I got a PS3 and we were just so busy playing Destiny that we're like, you want a podcast tonight? No, let's just play Destiny. Like that's literally what happened.
It's true. That did happen. I'm glad I'm over it now.
Switching to the focus to talking about video games, I think is going to alleviate things a little bit.
So speaking of video games, new stuff that I forgot about coming out this year.
Speaking of video games, we've been speaking about video games the whole time. You're like, hey, now that we finally brought up video games, guys.
What were we talking about before? Armored what?
Street
Mortal
Sharks.
Kombat.
Street Sharks and
Which
pig
why
movies.
why is there not a Street Sharks video game? If there is one
There
out
has
there,
to
right?
be. Let's
It's
check it
probably-
out.
I guarantee there's one for Super Nintendo somewhere.
Yeah.
It's amazing too. We just never played
All right,
it.
Matt, fact checker, find that.
I'm
Find
already
out.
on it. I'm already on it.
On it.
I love having the orb of knowledge that is Matt Guilford.
He's not using the internet, by the way. He's absorbing information from the world around
Gamma
us.
rays.
he's like Sherlock. Like he's just accessing his mind temple.
No, it doesn't.
My
It's
mind
temple.
palace.
Mind palace, that's it.
Exactly.
Huh.
So let me see. Uncharted 4 is coming out.
I've never played Uncharted. Is it everything that people crack it up to
I
be?
played the first one. I didn't like it because the gunplay was really bad, and that was like 80% of the game. But I've heard the second one is way better.
Yeah, I feel like the gunplay was pretty broken when I played it. It was really hard to aim. But I hear that the story mode, and this is what you would probably like, Ray, is that it's the story mode's amazing. It's kind of similar to
Great, right?
it's like a guy's version of Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
What's the show with what's the game with Nathan Drake? Is that Uncharted?
Yeah, it's
that's
Uncharted.
Yeah, that's the one.
See, I hear about the character all the time, and I still I've nenever played the game.
Well, he's iconic for the series. He's like PlayStation's
Yeah, he's
sponsor.
like
he's his sponsor.
well, they had to find a cooler icon because Xbox had Master Chief. Even Nintendo had them beat. Nintendo had Mario. They had Little Big Planet. They had Sackboy.
Who, PlayStation?
Yeah.
No, man, we had Kratos.
PlayStation has Solid Snake.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Solid
true.
Snake, Kratos, Nathan Drake.
I don't know. When I think of PlayStation, I think of Sackboy, and that's.
Oh.
I mean, that's just. I don't know why.
See, I think of Kratos because Kratos is the ultimate badass.
True.
Ultimate. It's just, I mean, anybody who goes around and kills a god because he had daddy issues, like you were never there when I was growing up. I'm gonna smash your face in with a rock.
That seems like a little bit of overkill. I mean,
It
we
was,
just
man.
talk about things.
Overkill is not even the half of it. You need to play that game.
They
series.
tried to send him to a therapist, and he just murdered him.
He did. What are you trying to talk to me? Are you saying
Dr.
I'm
Shelby,
crazy?
are you okay?
Are you saying I'm crazy?
What do you mean I'm crazy? I just have face paint all over my body.
No,
I don't wear pants.
And the ashes of my dead family.
Yeah.
No, Biggie.
Is that a real thing? Because I've never played it. So
Yeah, that's why he's so ashy. He's not just an ashy black dude. It's funny too because he's a white dude with a black guy's voice and he's ashy. So
Why is it that every iconic white guy is voiced by a black guy?
it's because a black guy's more intimidating, screaming at you.
Could you picture the voice of Darth Vader as a white guy and be like, "Hey guys, what's going on? You feel the force?
That's basically what the actor sounded like that they had in the suit.
He
Hey
did.
Anakin, I am your father."
When he took the mask off, he was like, "Ah,
Yeah,
Everybody-
I'm sick."
I never
They
got to
had-
see Star Wars live in the theaters, but I would have loved to see the reaction of people like, Oh my gosh, that's who Darth Vader is?
It's like a slug in there.
That's disgusting. I don't even want to watch this movie anymore. Give me my $2 back.
$2. That's not who's in the suit the whole time, though. Not that old guy.
No, I know, but like that's who they reveal it to be. I mean,
Right.
I feel like that's a big screw you to the audience. Like that'd be the only thing that'd be worse is if like at the end of all of the Star Wars, like, and then Luke woke up.
It should have just been Obi-Wan's face in the mask.
It should have been Obi-Wan, like, surprise!
Does he sleep in that thing?
Gotcha!
I think he just powers off. Like, he takes his batteries out and he's like, good nerve.
Well, I mean, you see that scene where his helmet is going down, so I imagine he takes it off. He still has a respirator, though.
That is one of the coolest scenes in Star Wars history, but I don't understand it. Doesn't he need that suit to live? Why would he ever take it off?
He just needs a respirator.
Yeah, you know.
The rest is just like cybernetic arms.
I feel like Darth Vader's like a Quarian. Like if you take off the suit, he's gonna die of some type of bacterial disease. he's 90% flesh wounds.
Oh
He
no,
just can't
a common
breathe.
cold.
It's all scar tissue.
He's like, he's a burn victim. Like he's probably got like open sores everywhere.
Dear God, that
They're not
poor
still
man.
open, are they?
They might be. Who knows? It's the okay. Why in the future they have? No, it's not in the future. That's right. I always forget that Star Wars isn't in the future.
It's a long, long time ago.
In a
It's
galaxy
not in the
far,
future?
far away. No,
Wait.
it's a long. Really?
Haven't you ever watched Star Wars?
I mean, I
Chaz?
have.
Have
but
you
I just
never
gotta-
watched the words on the screen,
Okay,
Chaz?
but I figured that was like after everything was done.
What?
So we just lost the technology now? I don't understand.
It was in a galaxy far, far away. The very first thing is a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. How have you never known this?
How did they know that? How did they know that?
Trey pulls up the
Had
words.
a revelation from a space god being.
From a space god being? Yoda?
Just
yeah.
like that Mormon guy.
Chaz, I understand that you're cooler than both Matt and I, but don't ever, ever be that uncool again.
What? 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 No.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
anyway.
No. So the guy doesn't have a PS4 and he doesn't understand the basics of Star Wars.
I'm gonna cut you.
You're fired!
We need a new L for G.E.L. It's gonna be like Guilford, Emling, and Loquacious.
You're loquacious? You're gonna get some
Laquisha.
black chick with like
Laquisha.
really long fingernails that does hair.
Yes. Preferably, yes.
She's still doing hair during the podcast.
Just
Girl,
at the
I was
salon.
playing Dying Light the other day, and let me tell you what.
we're
Massaging oils into
We
this
just
girl's
lost-
hair.
we just lost all of our black audience.
Oh, man.
They're like, no, I ain't dealing with this anymore.
That's my girl we talking about.
LaQuisha doesn't like to do that stuff, man. Come on.
This has
You don't
been.
like video games.
Oh my god.
That's the thing they have an issue with.
We're gonna replace me with just some other fat guy who has a worse breathing problem than me. It's gonna be like.
You mean those fat guys that
Um,
get tired in the middle of a sentence?
Oh, guys. I'm gonna. I need you guys to take over, because. What do you think was in that Danish? It was-
You know, you know it's bad when you get tired while you're eating. The thing that made you fat is now making you tired.
Dude, when I was getting ready to do the podcast today, I ran up the stairs so fast I think I outran my breath. Because I got in here just fine. I was like,
Raven,
listen,
breath
I
is
ran
not
up
a
the
thing that
stairs.
follows you.
No, I know, but I think it did because I got up the stairs and I was fine. I was like, "Hey guys, this is awesome." Then like 10 seconds later, I was like, "Man, this is great." I'm so oh my gosh.
So basically, what you're saying is you move so quickly that the air you had like a supernova like Mach 5 and
Exactly.
the air caught up with you or something. You weren't breathing while you were talking.
I ran so fast that my body wasn't able to keep up with the fact that I was out of breath. Like it took 10 seconds to register that I wasn't getting air. I could have died if I had a couple more seconds.
That's horrifying. You should probably be in the Olympics if you're moving that quickly.
Yeah, except afterwards I would just die.
That's
so
all right.
I can only win one event.
That'd be the most epic Olympic event of all time.
Your family would be well taken care of.
Fat hairy man wins the 50-yard dash and then dies.
He competed so hard he died.
That would
Gold
be
medal.
We gave him the gold in our condolences.
That would be the ultimate performance test for American, like that's typical American. Typical American beats everyone, then dies.
I think when like they need to start like the Gamer Olympics, and like the first event is go outside and look at the sun.
Someone melts.
He's blind. He can't see.
One's down, people. We got 3 more gamers left.
We're ruining lives
survive?
here.
I mean, win. Not survive. Win.
Survive.
You gotta win it, people. You gotta win it.
One just goes insane, starts like sprinting down the street.
Getting lost forever.
What's happening?
I don't know how to get back home.
Where's the end of the map? Where's the end of the map?
Where's the invisible wall?
I need a potion.
They get up to the ocean. They're like, guys, can my character swim?
I'll craft a boat.
Run into a Starbucks. I need an elixir immediately.
Here's the coffee.
Did we literally just start a video game podcast and then make fun of gamers?
It's all right.
It's okay. We're all gamers, so it's okay.
No. I just single-handedly got rid of all the black viewers and by myself, so that's fine.
I'm glad you did that.
I did that.
Yeah, because everyone else, it would be racist.
Well, you got rid of all the fat viewers too, apparently, Raven.
Fat viewers don't care. We know we're fat. We're okay with it. We're like, hey, that guy's talking about fat guys. All right, yeah, fat guys.
Yeah, fat guy. That's because it's awesome being a fat guy. Like, especially in America, like people love you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except for the diabetes.
Diabetes loves you too.
That's why I can't escape it. Oh man, I just made it sad.
Too soon. Too soon.
Oh man, are we even still talking about video games, or should we wrap it up? Are we gonna keep going with this?
It doesn't matter to me, man. Oh. I know that my buddy just ordered Mortal Kombat when it comes out.
Yes.
We're gonna have a house tournament. Just like remember Raymond when we had our Tekken tournament and you killed everyone with a fat guy, which is why fat guys are awesome.
Yeah, fat guy.
I had like a international Olympic boxer who got killed by Jerry, who lives down the street and chops wood once in a while.
That guy was a gamer. That's what happened.
That guy was a gamer, yes.
He went outside and he got confused and just destroyed everybody in his path.
I killed a cybernetic Japanese schoolgirl, and I got killed by you.
Yes, Matt, that would be the guy, by the way.
That's Rufus from Street Fighter.
Rufus.
Rufus.
Oh.
That's not the guy I was thinking of then.
Steve? Steve.
He's got the lamest name of all the Tekken fighters too.
There's Raiden, Harog, Lee, and Steve.
Steve's the fiercest of all competitors.
Steve is like that white dude at the end of the introductions for a football team.
It's Robert Richards. Is he blonde?
He's blonde.
Robert Richards.
Coincidence, perhaps.
Oh man, dude. Mortal Kombat. I haven't seen any of the gameplay on it, but it's Mortal Kombat, so it's probably gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
Are you guys Mortal Kombat fans?
Not really, but I can always sit down and play a Mortal Kombat game.
I think it'll be interesting just because I had Injustice, and Injustice was made by the makers of Mortal Kombat, so if it's anything like that, it's going to be awesome.
It is. It's a lot more visceral, obviously.
That's
Yeah.
the guy, by the way, Matt. That's the guy I was.
That is the guy.
Yep.
Robert Richards.
Yep, and he was amazing.
He has a bee on his arm.
Robert Richards.
And, like, robot hands for some reason.
No,
Wait, is that why you won?
Robot
I
hands.
need my charger.
That's the Nintendo Power Glove.
2 of them? I didn't
Two
know
of
they
them.
made one for your left and your right.
Well, they gotta have it for the lefties.
What is happening here? Is this
Chaz-
amateur hour? Is this
Chaz,
amateur hour?
he didn't plug in his laptop before we did this.
Ridiculous.
I want you guys to take a nice look at the viewer count down in the right-hand corner at 0 viewers.
I can't even see a viewer count, so...
I don't know what
Maybe
I don't
it's
know
'cause
what
I
you're talking
started it.
about.
Oh, well, whatever. 0 viewers, by the way.
This hangout is only open to people 18 years or older.
Oh, Trez,
Interesting.
did I set that?
That's just the hangout. I don't know if that means...
Oh, I don't know. It's on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's open for anybody. I don't know.
Yeah.
I won't do that next. That's why all our viewers are kids. They're like, man, I want to get in here. This would be awesome.
Right.
I don't care, man. I just like whatever.
Well, I think we've officially gone completely off topic. This has been fun, but I think it's time to wrap the actual podcast portion.
That didn't end already.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so this is gonna be the end here. I don't even have a sign off, but this has been fun, guys. We're gonna be doing some new episodes. I have a really fun episode planned about. I want to do one about like what's the first games you remember playing. I think that'd be fun to talk about. About some old NES, SNES stuff like that. Original PlayStation, Xbox stuff like that. But yeah, that's been great. This has been the G.E.L. podcast. I'm Ray Emling. That's Chaz Lewis, and that's the all-knowing orb of knowledge, Matt Guilford.
It's amazing.
Any final words, guys?
Live long and prosper, everybody.
Oh man, that made me sad. Why are we ending on a downer?
Bye.
Because we have to.
Did you ask why it made me sad?
No, I said bye.
Oh, bye. Have a good night, everybody.